Hello everyone, it's Space again, welcome to another video. So I'm here in Moody Lane in Grimsby, just outside Greatcoats. I'm going to look at some remains of industrial branches. This is the Grimsby District Light Railway, runs between Immingham East Junction, which is up that way, and Marsh West Junction, which is along there. We've done quite a few bits of filming on here. This is Moody Lane level crossing, which I've done a separate video on. You can check that out on my channel. As you can see, it's quite an old one with the concrete supports for the barriers there. Alfie the Border Collie with me. So it's February 2025. I've just walked down Moody Lane and I've realised you can see quite a few bits of the industrial connections that came off this line. The first of them branched off just along there, and we'll have a look at it in a moment. So there were three crossings of Moody Lane between here at Moody Lane and Gilby Road, and the first of them was just along here. I'm just looking across from Moody Lane, across this little bit of an industrial car park. The fence on the other side marks the course of the first railway connection. So I don't know if you can see on the video, sorry, Alfie's just pulling at my hand. There's a connection between the two car park bits there. There's a roadway and there's a level crossing across it as well. There's still rails in that. We'll have a closer look at those in a moment. And there you can see the course of the connection just going in. I believe that was one of two connections to the Courtaulds factory. And there we have some rails. So we're just on the corner of Moody Lane now. We haven't come far. There's Moody Lane crossing behind me. There's the connection we're looking at. Until very recently the rails were still in the road on all of these crossings. Unfortunately in the last few years they've resurfaced Moody Lane and they've got rid of the rails, but you can still see where the crossings were. There's the ballast of the connection on the other side of the road there. No rails on that side. But if we look on the other side of the road, there we are. We've got the rails there going through a gateway and back across the car park that we've just seen. They're not continuous, as you can see the end just beyond a little foot crossing there, and then they start again on the little level crossing a bit further along, but it's nice to see them still in place. I believe traffic on these lines into the Courtaulds factory finished in about the 1980s, probably the late 80s. The Tioxide one was early 90s, I believe. That's further down. So the Courtaulds factory closed in 2013. Some of the site's been redeveloped. There's a firm called Humber Industrials Limited just on the bit of land behind me over there. The railway crossing was just there on the corner, and I believe this was the Courtaulds recreation ground here. And if we go up to the other end of it, you can see one of the other connections into the works. Got the Grimsby District Light Railway just across the other side of the recreation ground there, where the trees are, running from right to left. Something you don't see every day, I don't know if you can see it on the video, there's a heron wandering round. Just kind of in the middle of the shot there. And then more relevant to what we're doing, you can just see the connection coming in, the dark line. I'll show you it better, I'm going to walk up, but you can just see it there coming in around the edge of the bit of land there. And there we go, how tricky is that? You can see the exact alignment of the railway. See it curving round there to join the Grimsby District Light Railway, again just where the trees are. But yeah, very nice to see. There's no rails on it, but you've still got all the ballast. I'm going to walk up to the fence. It's private land beyond, so I'm not going to go onto it, even though it's only a small fence. We're not going to trespass, we're just going to stand here on the public bit. And you can see the alignment there, but it gets more impressive across the road. So as you can see, they've repaired the curbs as well when they've resurfaced the road, so you can't actually see where it went across the verges. So on the other side, Alfie there kindly pointing out where the rails run through the verge. But if I put my phone through the fence, how impressive is that? You've got the remains of a point. You can see the line branching off there. There's some buffer stops in the middle distance. Let me just try and zoom in. So yeah, quite a lot of remains there of that particular works connection. The point looks absolutely magnificent. Really, really good. So that was the second of the connections to Courtaulds and the second of the three that we're going to look at. I'll take you up to the third one, which was, as I say, Tioxide UK, formerly British Titan Products. Just a quick look back at the heron there. Again, I don't know if you can see it in the middle of the shot. So finally we come to the connection to Tioxide. The Tioxide plant closed in 2009, but as I said, the rail traffic had finished in the early 90s. You can see There's still some rails and sleepers in place there, and that's what inspired me to film this. I've passed this location in the summer a few times, and you can't see anything because it's too overgrown, but as you can see, you can actually see the rails. I noticed that as I was going the other way, so I decided to do a quick video. So it's been done ad hoc. I've not done any notes about it, so I've probably got everything a bit wrong, but yeah, I thought I'd just show you that. You can see a couple of pandrol clips there as well, holding the rail onto the sleepers. But again, the actual site of the crossing has been redeveloped, the road's been resurfaced, the curbs have been repaired. On the other side you've got a wilderness. As far as I know from previous visits, there were still rails visible in the ground here, but as you can see, there's nothing visible at the moment. It's just completely overgrown. Just looking back there at the site of the crossing, you can see the security fencing where it was, and it would have gone straight across the road there. Not relevant to the railway bit, but a little bit of airbex for you. There's the former gatehouse to Tyockside, the road entrance, not a railway one. Not relevant really to what we're doing, but the shed across the way there on the other side of the Grimsby District Light Railway. The railway is where the security fence is, again running from right to left. But the shed the other side is the former shed of the Grimsby and Immingham Electric Railway. I've covered that in previous videos, the shed and the railway itself. So again, you can check those out on my channel if you would like to. And definitely not of railway relevance, but nice to see anyway. There's the former bus lay-by for the Tyockside workers, with the bus stop still in place. And there's the former turnstile that workers would have entered the works, complete with a sign still next to it. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll just go across the road. And there's the bus shelter again. And there is the sign, Tyockside Europe. So as always, thank you for watching. Take care from me and Alfie. See you again soon. Bye for now.